Okay, hello everyone. This is Aravinda Nanda. Going to start today's class is IT applications. So, what is IT? IT stands for Internet Technology. So, now this is the age of information technology. There is a huge advancement of computers. So, sometimes the question is asking what is the difference between computer and IT. So, basically in every college there is a two branches, one branch is your computer science, another branch is your IT. Most of the students are asking whether the both are same or different. Basically most of the chapters are same, few chapters are different. IT is basically it is related to information technology, that means communication technology, how the data will be transmitted from one position to another position in a secure manners. So, basically most of the things are common, but it is emphasis on that is communication technology, basically how the data will be transmitted from one sender to another, maybe multiple receiver or multiple sender to one receiver, or there may be many sender, many receivers. Okay. So, there are basically what are the applications. Basically last class already discussed about what are the security features of ITs. Basic applications of IT, in which field we can use the information technology. Basically each and every field, there is no restriction of the use of IT. So, now the period of lockdown is going on. So, most of the applications we are doing in computers, like your online shopping or maybe banking transaction, day to day life we are performing by using the computers. So, basically online transaction we perform by using the computers, or sometimes send the message, send the data, or everything we will perform digitally in our home. So many applications are every field, each and every field, wherever you go there is an application of IT nowadays, whether it may be a bank or any engineering applications, may be computer science, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, or every other branches of engineering, aerospace engineering, everywhere, whatever the field you want, every field there is a huge application of IT fields. So, basically today I will discuss about the key two terms. The first is what is e-business and what is e-commerce. Basically these are belongs to the +2 syllabus. E-business and e-commerce, that is belongs to in IT applications. So, what is E? E means electronics. Electronics business. E-business means electronics business. You perform the business through computers, by using the computers. Similarly, e-commerce. E-commerce is also a electronic commerce. So, both E is common in both the cases. So, basically we think that those who are after completion of 10th, those who are basically read the commerce subject, basically we think that the students are basically engaged for the business purposes. So, this is the general idea of the pupils or students. So, basically the business and commerce is basically related to each other. Okay. So, what is the actually e-business? The e-business means electronic business is the conduct of business process on the internet. Obviously, because it is as it is a electronics, so you perform the business through internet. Without internet the business is not possible, because we perform the business sitting our home, maybe that is we perform the business digitally. This electronic business process include buying and selling products. You may buy or you may sell the products, supply the service customers, processing payment, managing production control, collaborating with business partners, sharing information with others, maybe one student to another student, or there is a sharing of information, means message, maybe running automated employee service, recruiting and many more. So, this is the basic ideas of that is electronic business. We perform the business by using the internet. Similarly, e-commerce. E-commerce is the activity of buying or selling of product on online service or over the internet. Obviously, the internet is common in both the cases. So, as the name is electronics, so obviously the internet is required for all the purposes. Okay. So, basically commerce, sometimes we say that e-commerce is the subset of e-business, or there is interchangeability between the e-commerce and e-business. Electronic commerce draws on technology such as mobile commerce. Maybe you perform the business through the mobile, because nowadays, so if you are having no computer, so you also perform the business through your mobile phones, because if your mobile phone, that means it must be a smartphone. Without smartphone, it is not possible to perform the business or commerce through mobile phones. It must be a smart mobile phone, and there is a internet connectivity. So then you perform the business or commerce. Electronic commerce draws on technologies such as mobile commerce, electronic fund transfer. Fund transfer means I want to send fund to someone else, maybe a banking transaction, or maybe I am purchasing something to transfer the money through online. Okay, supply chain management, internet marketing, online transaction, electronic data interchange, inventory management, and automated data collection systems. So these are the basic concepts we are using in e-commerce. Type of e-commerce. Basically there are so many other types are there. So broad, there are classified into 4 types. The first one is business to business. The second one is business to consumer. Business to consumer. 2 means, so B2B. B2B means business to business. So business to consumer is B2C. C means consumer and B means business. And consumer to consumer is C2C. C for consumer and another C is consumer. So consumer to consumer is customer, or customer to customer you can say, or consumer to consumer you can say. Customer is a consumer. Okay, consumer, that is C2C. Consumer to business is C2B. Okay, so maybe business person, suppose one business, I am performing one business, some other person will also perform the business. The transaction between the two parties, two business persons or personals, is your, that is called your business to business. Suppose maybe suppose I am performing a business, maybe digital business or online business. So I am purchasing some product from my another company maybe, or business organization maybe. So obviously there is some transaction between the two parties. So that is maybe money transaction maybe there. So the transaction between the two business parties or business personals is called business to business. So business to business e-commerce can encompass all electronic transaction of goods or services conducted between companies. Okay, between two companies. So products and traditional commerce wholesale typically operate with this type of electronic commerce. So we can perform the business and electronically between two business parties. The next is business to consumer. Who are the consumers? Consumer means customer. Suppose I am purchasing some amount, that is some maybe product from a particular company. That is we are performing some online product from online, maybe Flipkart, maybe Amazon. So they are the business partner or business personals. Okay, we are the customers. So business to customer means there is a transaction between business to customer. So the business to customer or consumer type of e-commerce is distinguished by the establishment of electronic business, a relation between business and final consumers. It is corresponding to the retail section of e-commerce where traditional retail trade normally operate. Okay, so basically we think that is a some business personal is there and one we are the customers. So the transaction between the business personal and the customer. Suppose we are try to purchase something from the Flipkart. The Flipkart will ask that is information from you. So we are the customer, we are providing some data to the they will ask give your detailed information, okay. So that the customer will provide some data to the that particular business partner or business companies, or maybe eBay, Flipkart, or maybe Amazon's. The next one is consumer to consumer. Obviously consumer to consumer means suppose customer to customer, or maybe one user to another user. Suppose one user wants to make transaction with another user maybe. So between two customer or two consumer is called consumer to consumer, or customer to customer, or user to user. I want to send some money to some other else, or my friend, one of my friends. That is user to user communication, or one sender, another may be a receiver. So that is the consumer to consumer type is C2C type e-commerce, encompass all electronic transaction of goods or service conducted between consumers. So between the consumers, so both the party will be the consumer. But in business to consumer, one party is business, another may be a customer. Generally this type of transaction is conducted through a third party maybe, which provide the online platform where the transaction is actually carried out. So sometimes we are providing the money to some receiver, so maybe through some third parties. We are performing some Paytm, we are using Paytm, maybe Google Pay, like that. So many payment systems are there. So they are basically a third party. Suppose I am sending a particular money to a particular destination, so we are sending through maybe a Google Pay or by using maybe Paytm. So they are basically act as a mediator, means third party. Through third party I will send the money, okay. So this is the basic concept of customer to customer. As next is your consumer to business. Obviously it is the reverse of business to consumer. So business to consumer means from business to consumer. So consumer to business means the transaction start from the consumer and to the business. So business is the end party, so the starting party will be the consumer. So what are the transaction is performing from the consumer to the business is called C2B. In C2B there is a complete reversal of the traditional sense of exchanging goods. This type of e-commerce is very common in crowdsource based projects. A large of individuals make their service or products available for purchase of companies seeking precisely this type of service or products. Obviously, suppose I want to purchase some online product from the Google, from the different sites, maybe it may be Amazon or it may be a Flipkart, or so many online sites are there. We purchase the product, we give, or that is payment the money. So that means the customer or the consumer or the user provide the money to that particular companies. So this is a type of consumer to business. That means we are performing the online transactions, okay. So that is consumer to business, because we are purchasing some product from the company or from the business partner. So the consumer will provide the money for that product. So we are performing some online transaction. Obviously it may be by using directly, we can provide the money through your account directly, there is no third parties, or you may be there is some other way of transaction by using the third party, maybe by using Google Pay, by using maybe other system, okay. So this is about consumer to business. Then what are the advantages? Is there any advantages of using e-commerce? Obviously if there is no advantages, why we use electronic commerce? Obviously some advantages. So every system, every concept having some advantages as well as some disadvantages. So what are the advantages of e-commerce? The first is ability to reach a global market without necessarily implying a large financial investment. Okay, we reach a global market. because there is distance is no barrier. Now the communication technology is advanced. Through the internet we can communicate all over the world. The distance will be no problem. We can communicate to the globally. Globally means all over the world easily. And we perform some financial transaction. Okay. So we can reach a global market. Global market means all over the world we can perform your business. You can open a online shop in America also. You can open your online shop in Germany also. You sell your product and you use that is keep some products in your site, and also you can sell your product in that particular sites. So that means you can open your online shop easily by sitting your home. Suppose I am sitting my home, I want to open my online shop in USA. It is possible. By sitting in your home you can open online shop in USA. No need to go to USA. By sitting your home online by through internet you can open your online shop. Then you can keep some product in your site, maybe any jewelry items, or maybe you collect some jewelry items and keep in your shop site, or maybe some that is furnitures maybe, or maybe some clothes, shirt, pants, or you make some designing products, you keep your that is sites. And there is also sell option like your any other shopping site. You make the options. If the customer will choose your product, then they will select, then what are the procedure, every procedure you can maintain, or already some there existing some sites are there, you can register in that particular site and you can open without investing any money. And if some your product will be sell, then some amount will be collected. Okay. So the price everything will be that is provided by that particular company maybe. So you are registered for that company and you open in your online shop. If your product will be sell, you get some commission from your products. That is also possible through online digitally. The next point is e-commerce allows suppliers to be closer to their customers, resulting in increased productivity, competitiveness of companies obviously. So closer to the customers resulting in increased productivity, the productivity will be increased and competitiveness of the market will also increase. There is a competition between the two market, everything is open. Suppose you want to purchase a particular mobile phone, so you check from different size, particular model, which is the company name, let may be a Samsung, and model is suppose any model maybe, let the model is 10G maybe or 10X, whatever the model it may be. So you that is check what are the price of that particular product in Amazon, or what are the price of that product in Flipkart or any other companies. Okay. So it is open to all, so you can compare what is the price is, that is, so there is a competitiveness among the companies. So there is basically without that is obviously there is a competition. So there is a just slightly difference, or just 10 to 20 rupees or some less amount of difference between the companies for the particular product. If some company will purchase a particular product maybe 20,000, the same product will be purchased by another or sell by the another company maybe in 10,000. So that is, so in I am talking about the traditional case. So that is you are not aware about that, because we are not having internet, or we are not performing the online business. So that's why if a product we purchase, we will provide that much of money to that particular company. If a company demand 20,000, we give 20,000. If one company demands 40,000, we give 40,000. So here there is everything is open, you compare it. So which product is that is how much cost. So you compare it, then after comparing you can purchase your product. So which is affordable, or that is relax for you, that or there is more discount maybe. So you purchase that product. And cost reduction is another very important advantages normally associated with electronic commerce. Cost reduction is another very important advantages. Obviously, suppose suppose I want to purchase a particular mobile, the cost is suppose 16,000. So there is some offers may be provided by the company during Durga Puja maybe, or Diwali time maybe, or August Bandar maybe 4,000 discount, or maybe 2,000 discount, or some amount of discount. Okay. So there is also sometimes the 16,000 mobile I will purchase in 10,000 or 12,000, whatever it may be. So this is one of the profit we are getting from the companies in online. Another is 24-hour service. So that is time is no factor. Each and every time from morning to next morning, that means from 24 hours. It provides the service 24 hours. That is unrest service. You suppose you want to purchase a particular product at night, maybe at 12 p.m. or maybe 1 a.m. maybe. So it is also possible. So anytime, anywhere, any place. Distance is no barrier, time is no barrier. Every time you can purchase. So it may be in morning, it may be night, or it may be any time. Anytime you can provide the or get the service from the commerce site. That's why it is a 24-hour service. So if there is a advantages, obviously there must be some disadvantages of using e-commerce. So what are the disadvantages? The first disadvantage is strong dependence on information and communication technology. Obviously, we must fully depend on ICT, information and communication technology. We must acquainted with that particular concept. If I want to open a online shop maybe, or perform the business online, I must be acquainted with the internet, how to, that is, purchase, how to sell, how to perform the online business, how to payment online. So everything I must be acquainted with ICT technology concept. What is information, what is communication, for how what the technology is. That means everything related to internet. So everything I must be aware for that particular concept. Otherwise, there may be a problem for me. So strong obviously there is a strong dependency of the communication technology. Otherwise, you cannot perform this business. So lack of legislation and adequate regulate the new e-commerce activities both nationally and internationally. So day to day there is a huge amount of laws are developed. So you must, that is, aware about that particular laws. So it may be a national laws or international laws for that. Maybe there may be a sometimes the problem is create, or maybe there may be a fraud maybe happens. So already discussed the last classes. So hacking, frauding, so different type of frauds are there. So how to tackle it? So different laws are obviously there, national laws or international laws are there. You must be aware about that particular laws. So market culture is averse to electronic commerce. Customer cannot touch to try the products. Market culture is averse to electronic commerce. Customer cannot touch or try the product. The user loss of privacy, the loss of religion and country's cultural and economical identity. So there is a loss of privacy, loss of religion and country's cultural and economical identities. Obviously, insecurity is the conduct of online business transactions. So obviously insecure, it is not 100% secure. Insecurity always coming in the scenario because we cannot say the online transaction or online business is 100% secure. So sometimes it is insecure. Insecure means that suppose by mistake, by providing your transaction, by you providing some, that is, wrong account number maybe, or maybe so your account amount will be transferred to someone else maybe. Okay, so you perform the transaction very carefully. So that means so many frauds day to day is going on. So when you perform any online transaction, it may be, so you be careful for that. sometimes we providing our card ID, so everything will be saved in a particular site. So you be careful for that. CVV number, and don't disclose your OTP numbers to if someone else is asking, or nobody is asking about your, that is you should not disclose it, and banks also should not ask you to give your what is your OTP number and what is CVV number and maybe your password and your user ID maybe. So you always keep it secret, otherwise your data will be loss, or your that is information will be captured by some other parties, he or me, maybe create problem for you and maybe transfer some amount from your account or take some amount money from your account. So that means security is already discussed. So last class already discussed about the security, what are the security concept, so how to measure the security in online transactions, and what are the problems already discussed. So no need to discuss again. So what are the security features? So we cannot say it is 100% secure. Difference between e-commerce and e-business, already told that e-business and e-commerce are terms that are sometimes used interchangeability. Sometimes they are used to differentiate one vendor product to others. There is no, basically there is no distinction. So one is the subset, maybe others. So commerce may be the subset of e-business. So commerce and business. So basically both E is common. E means electronic networks. Basically there is no difference between these two. E-business websites, so many websites are there, we perform your business or business sites, maybe here there are so many sites are there, online sites, we perform your business. Myntra is one site, online site. Snapdeal is also one of the sites. We purchase the items, snapdeal.com, myntra.com, shopclue.com, jabang.com, Pumshop18, flipkart.com, amazon.in, Paytm. So Paytm, through Paytm you can purchase. Paytm is just a third party, so it is a gateway, that is transaction money. So these are different e-business websites. So by using this website you can perform your business, and you may be a partner of that particular business. Maybe you may be a partner of the Amazon, you may be a partner of Flipkart, and also you perform the business or promote the business of Flipkart, and also you promote the business of Amazon. For that you get some incentive, okay, or some money. So there are different ways how we can promote. There are so many methods are there. So basically these are some e-business sites are there. They are online business sites. So we purchase the product from these sites online. So digital marketing. So Amazon, everything is available in Amazon. Whatever the product you want, everything is available. So it is American company. You purchase the item from the Amazon.in. Similarly, Flipkart is, the quality is very good. They maintaining the quality. Flipkart and Amazon's. The bigger company, Amazon is a one of the biggest company, or it is a biggest online shopping or e-business websites. Now Amazon is number one in the world. So many other companies are there. They are performing the online transaction on online business or e-business through websites. Then some basic business silent features, e-business silent features. What are the basic features of e-business? So some of the features of online business are as follows. It is very easy to set up. First you must have to knowledge about the ICT. If you do not have any ideas about the information technology, then it is difficult for you. So if you having some ideas about information technology and use of internet, then easily you can set up through internet. So everything is available in the internet. If you search how to build, so the everything procedure is written. So by using the internet you can set up easily. There are no geographical boundaries. So distance is no barrier. Anywhere, I am saying that anywhere, any place, or time is also no constants, as every time 24 hours. So, there is no constants for the distance. So, I want to sitting in my room in Bhubaneswar, I want to open a online shop in USA also. I also open a online shop in Germany also. So, that means the distance is no barrier, there is no geographical boundaries are there. So, we can perform the business all over the world, not in nationally, also in internationally. Much cheaper than traditional business. Obviously, without any investment, you also purchase the online shop. I am saying that you can redbubble.com is one of the site in USA. So, you can open your online shop in Redbubbles without investing any amount, zero amount. You investment zero amount, you can open your online shop in Redbubbles. So, this is one of the online site available in USA. So, you register in that particular site, you design some products and also place in your shop. So, everything, pricing, selling, everything will be performed by Redbubbles. So, if your design will be choose by the customer will purchase it. So, if the customer will purchase, he will give some incentive from that particular product. So, if the product cost is let it be $5, you may take $1 from it and $4 will take by the Redbubble company. So, this is the thing. So, your job is you have to first register and place different products or design in that particular site. So, that is your job. So, what I am saying, obviously it is much cheaper. So, we are not investing anyone, only internet, sometimes we are using the internet only for that purposes. So, internet cost that must be, that is, but we should not that invest 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, nothing else. So, that is zero investment. Without investing any money, we can also open my online shop. Next is there are flexible business hours. So, hour is there is not a particular time. Suppose you are performing a traditional business, so the business time is 10 to suppose 1, then 1 to the 2 to maybe 1 or 2. So, 10 to 1, 2 is your business time, then 2 to 5 is your break, a lunch break maybe, then after 5 again you open your business or door. So, this is your traditional business. So, that is without using computers. So, it's a manual system, manually we perform the business. So, there is some break time. Similarly, after 11 maybe or 10 nights we close our shop or business. But in e-business there is no time limit, each and every time, that means 24 hours you perform the business. So, there is no restriction of time. There is a flexible business hours. Flexible means as your choice. If you are free, you perform the business or you engage for the business. Your free time, this is a part time, you may be engaged somewhere, in part time you also perform the business and to earn some monies. Marketing strategies cost less, obviously it is a less costly. Online business receives subsidies from the government. The government also provides some subsidies for the online business also. There are few securities and internet integrity issues. So, already obviously there is a concept of security concept is obviously there. You perform the secure business, we try to perform the secure business, but sometimes we cannot guarantee it is a 100% secure. There is a sometimes we face problems. So, be careful for that. So, sometimes the security and integrity will be break. So, be careful for that. There is no personal touch, buyers and sellers do not meet, delivery or product takes time. Sometimes I am purchasing some item and due to some delay, I will not get my, that is due to suppose in pandemic time COVID-19 is going on. Suppose you are purchasing some item, it may be delayed. So due to communication problem may be, or there is some barriers, that is one state to another state, there is a maybe there is a problem maybe arises, or there may be it will take some time due to some constraints. So maybe sometimes delivery time may take some time, because we are purchasing some items, it may be come from Delhi, maybe Bombay, or from other state maybe, sometimes it will delay maybe. There is a transaction risk maybe, so be careful for the transaction. When you perform the any online transaction, you check whether that particular site is a genuine site or not. This is very important. If you are not knowing that particular site, you purchase something and you that is provide the money advance, then if the product will not come, then it is very difficult for you to get the money again. So be careful before purchasing online or everything. So before that is payment, you check whether the site is a genuine one or not. If it is not a genuine online site, you should not product any item from that site. So how to know that is a genuine? It is already discussed. So when you go to the that is header section or your browser, you write http then www, then suppose company name.com. So when you open that site, in the left side it is written secure or not secure. If it is not secure, you should not go to that particular site. Anyone can buy anything from anywhere at any time. It is already discussed. So that is a flexibility. Buy any product, anything, anywhere, anytime, anywhere. So anywhere means any place. So place is no constraints. Any place, anywhere, anytime. The transaction is risky, higher than traditional business. So obviously the transaction is risky somehow, riskyful. So riskyful means when you perform any online transaction, so everything must be kept secret. You should not disclose your OTP, you should not disclose your user ID password, keep it secret always, and because you are providing your detailed information in online. So be careful for that when you perform any online transactions. So these are the basic silent features of e-business. The next concept is e-business social impact. Is there impact in society? Social impact means, is there any social impact of e-business? What are the social impact, or is there any social it will affect our society in which way? First, it's combine the personal life with professional life. Obviously, if you perform the online business, you must be a professional one. So your personal life must be a professional line. You must be a professional. Without professional, you should not perform any online business. You must be a professional one. It raises the living standard of the peoples. So if you perform the business, maybe suppose you are performing some online business part time without any investment, obviously your living standard will be increased. Cost of living or living standard will raise. Lucrative jobs also available in online sites. So many jobs are already available in online. We check the day-to-day life. So many job line sites are there. We go to that particular site and check the jobs, and you find the jobs, and also you engage for that particular job. It may be a full-time job or may be a part-time job. Suppose you are engaged somewhere part-timely, your leisure time or your break time, you perform the part-time job, also you earn some monies, maybe 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever it may be. Part-time job is available in online. So many sites are there, they are providing part-time job. Typing, online typing job, or maybe some sending the mail sending job maybe, or check particular sites. That is so many works are there, or typing job maybe, or maybe some other jobs are also available. So according your research job maybe, so according to the job or maybe some project they will assign, the company will provide some job assignment, you will complete the assignment and to earn the monies. Okay. So many part time job is also available online, so we can perform the job part time also, and full time maybe it is also full time job also possible. In online we can search the jobs and to apply for that particular job. It is obviously beneficial to the rural community, those who are placed in a rural area. So obviously it is a beneficial for them. Online, that means electronic business. E-commerce, because so nowadays urban area, rural area, everywhere the internet is already there. So we can perform e-business anywhere, any place. So e-commerce is of prime importance mainly to Indian middle classes. Okay. So obviously the higher classes, basically they are not prefer for that. Very low people, they also not anywhere about that e-commerce. Basically it is very important for the middle class personals or middle class families. So converting traditional society to digital society. Obviously traditional business we are performing without using any ICT concept or internet communication technology. We are performing business manually, go to a particular place and purchase something and take it, it will take also some time. So nowadays we are performing everything digitally. Digital means through internet, by sitting our home also, no need to go anywhere. And another is last one is considerable benefit. Obviously why you are doing the business, online business or electronic business, for the benefit purposes. The last one is considerable benefits. If you will not get any benefit, why you will do the business? So obviously our purpose is we are performing any business for which purposes? To get the benefit. So this is the basic concept about. Then last one is e-business challenges. What are the basic challenges we are facing in e-business? So many other challenges are there. I am mentioning some few challenges here. The first one is lack of verification measures. What does it mean? Lack of verification measures. So that means once a customer sign up in any e-commerce portal, the portal is unaware about the customer except the information he or she enters. Only first time I am entering my data. Then after that the company will not unaware about me. Who am I, whether I am a right person or not, whether I am a criminal or anything else. So don't forget about the company. That is not worry about me. Whether I am a good person or a bad person or a criminal or a Santrasvadi, whatever it may be. So don't worry about that particular company. They will ask the data, I will provide the data, they will give the products. So that is the concept, lack of verification measures. Another is product returns and refund. This is very important points. Product return and refund. Suppose you are purchasing some item, suppose you are looking some product in one way, suppose when you receive the product, there may be some broken, maybe some damage may be there. So maybe the product is damaged or due to some problems, or it may be that is not your size. Suppose you are purchasing one suppose shoes, suppose it is not fit in your foot, so you may return it. Okay, so return again, that is you that is purchase something, then again you return it, it will take some time. Also maybe you return your money from the company maybe, so it will take more time. So that is one of the risky. Product return and refund money. Refund also takes some time. So suppose today I will purchase some product, after 15 days I receive my product, so then I will verify the product is not to my satisfaction, so I will return that product. Then it will go to that particular company. When the money will return, it will take some time, maybe 1 month or 2 months it may be. So that is another challenge. Another is customer issue going unnoticed. Unnoticed means sometimes we are saying the problem, the company is not listen to what I am saying. I am complaining again and again. So this is this and this, this and this, this and this, but the companies will not listen what I am saying. So most of the times this may be happens. So I am not satisfied this, so please refund my money. The company may not be refund maybe. Okay, there is so many that is constant between the customer and company. Maybe company is somewhere else, I am here in Bhubaneswar. So I am suppose writing something to the company. So I am not satisfied with this, so company may not be sometimes listen my what I am saying or may not be. I am repeatedly write something, but the company there is no response from the company maybe. Last one is easy of use and technology. Easy of use and technology. What is that? Ease of use, advancement in technology have given consumer more power and increased global competition in the e-commerce sector. That means without knowing this concept is what the technology is very easy to learn, but before doing any business you must that is aware or known about that particular technologies or the concept, that is technological concept and how to use the e-commerce, everything you must be that is known about that particular concept. So how to perform the online business or digital business, so what are the basic concepts, it is very easy to learn, but sometimes it is very difficult. So it is a challenge for a particular person. If he or she correctly does not go through it, then obviously he or she may create problem for that particular business. So these are some important challenges we are facing a day-to-day life in e-commerce. Sometimes there is a server problem may arises, bandwidth issue may be sometime arises. Okay, so there may be some server problem sometimes we are facing, IP address, dynamic IP address, bandwidth issue may be, data privacy, there may be a security issue. So many issues are there, are going on in this particular challenge we are facing. Server is low, maybe server may be down, or there is bandwidth is very low maybe, or maybe some security issues may be there performing in the e-business. So these are the basic concepts we are facing or challenges we are facing in e-business in day-to-day life.